I allowed to be here?
Not really.
Then I like it more. When are you gonna start wearing a shirt?
I'm never gonna wear a shirt, girl. Look at these
Let me
titties.
see how I look here.
Baby, I'm making a video, man.
Okay.
So, first rule on how to get a Latina. Never show her your phone. Alright. Wounded Viking. Where does your confidence come from? How can I ever be half as confident as you are? How do you do it? You look like a genetically modified freak. You're ugly, you ain't got no bottom teeth. Where do you get this confidence from? Is it because I got shoulders that look like bowling balls? Is it because my titties are bigger than your future? No. Let me stop joking, man, because this is a question that I get so often. How do I get your confidence? Where do you get your confidence from? It's not from where you think it is. It doesn't come from any physical attribute. How could it? How can this body, how can this muscle help me with something practical in the year 2020? We're no longer living in medieval times. Back then, if you didn't agree with me, I would just have to smash your head in, and that would be it. I would have won the debate. That was how it went down back then. If I tried that today, I would go to jail. So my physical stature, my length, my muscle, my whatever you want to call it, doesn't make me confident. Before I answer that question, we have to really get a clear definition of exactly what confidence is. Confidence is basically you comparing yourself to all of the people around you. You're putting yourself on a scale, and depending how high or how low you rank on that scale, you feel confident or less confident. That's why in certain social circles you might feel very confident, but then when you're confronted with new people who appear to be better at something than you, or maybe are just better at life than you then become less confident. Confidence is all about our comparison to other people. So what we're basically doing is we're constantly putting strangers and people around us on a pedestal. We're sizing them up, and we're doing it in the most subjective way possible. The same way we only highlight our weaknesses and only see our weaknesses and bad sides, we only see other people's strong sides and neglect to focus on their weak sides. That's just how the human brain works. Think about the last time you said something and felt very confident about that statement. You said or did something and you did it in a confident way. Why were you confident? I'll tell you why. Because more than likely, it was something that you knew a lot about. You said something about a particular matter in which you're very educated. You spent years studying that. So you know when you made that statement, there is no possible way that someone could come swoop in and correct you or outdo you. That's why you said it with your chest out. You said it in a confident manner. The same thing when you're doing something in a confident manner. When you've been playing tennis your whole life, and then one day you gotta go play tennis with your colleagues who've never seen you play tennis, you're gonna be good at it because you know, hey, I've been doing this for 10 years. I know how to play tennis. Like, there's not gonna be any surprises. You know how to hold the racket. You already know where the ball is gonna hit the court. You know how you gotta, smash it back to score. You know because you've been doing it for a long time. It's the same with people. We always assume that other people might know more about something or might be better at something than us. So usually we're not that confident because we care about people's opinion about what we're doing and what we're saying. We're scared that somehow they might come and outdo us and embarrass us. The same way in social dynamics. It takes a lot of confidence to make a joke, because if you're making a joke, you're going out on a limb. What if no one is going to laugh at your joke? Then what? You'll end up looking like a fool. So your whole joke depends on people actually thinking you're funny. So right now, you're already in your own head. Should I make this joke? The moment is gone. So you don't make the joke because you're not confident enough. All because you're factoring in people's reaction to what you're going to say or do. Now, you want to know my secret? I stopped caring about people's reaction to what I say or do a long time ago. I got cancer to thank for that. Before my cancer, I used to care so much about what people thought of me. Even my enemies, man, even the people I didn't like, I still somehow cared. I would always say things like, it's not about them liking me, it's about respecting me. You don't gotta like me, but you're gonna respect me. And that's silly, that's foolish. Because if you want respect, you're only gonna get that respect playing by their rules. The second you step outside the box, like for example, making a YouTube channel, recording yourself with your shirt off, you're never going to get that respect. You might make the best YouTube videos in the entire universe. It's not going to matter because your peers think it's goofy to record yourself. They think you're a narcissist when you're making videos about yourself. That's something people in America do. We don't do that over here. Calm down. Act normal, please. Get over yourself, right? Before my cancer, I cared a whole lot about external people's opinions about me. But then the minute I found myself sick, I found myself struggling to get better in my hospital bed, I learned the hard way that people's opinions on me, whether that be negative or positive, didn't matter. It had no impact on the outcome of my life. I found myself in the hospital, and before I got sick, before I got my cancer, I was somewhat of a controversial person in my small town community, which means that basically a lot of people didn't like me. They always felt like I had a big mouth, a big ego, and a lot of people didn't like me. Now, as soon as I got sick, everybody started liking me. I no longer had any enemies or people opposing me. I even got one of my absolute arch enemies, this guy that I used to fight with all the time. He actually sent me a message saying, hey, I know we never been cool. We're not really friends, to say the least. I just want you to know that, I hope you make it through. I hope you get better. Now, that was a heartwarming, amazing message from him. Shout out to him for giving me that text. But what I realized is, here I am with all these people liking me, all these people supporting me, all these human beings are sending me their love and positive energy and good vibes. But it didn't really make a change in my situation. I was still in a hospital bed with a tube stuck up my dick. I was still without a jaw because they literally sawed it off a couple of days before. It didn't change my reality. The impact of human beings' opinions about your personality is very neglectable. It's not magic. Human beings are not that powerful. And we constantly put people on the pedestal somehow. We treat our peers, we treat people's opinions as if they were gods, but they're not. They have no magic power. So as soon as I learned that lesson, I figured out it doesn't really matter what people think, whether that be positive or negative. Best case scenario, when you get a positive comment, you're going to go, oh, that's nice, cool, and you're going to move on. Worst case scenario, when you get a negative comment, it's going to make you upset and it's going to ruin your day. Now, let me give you guys a little influencer secret that anyone that has a social media page or a public channel somewhere can certainly attest to. If people like us, if we get 50 positive comments, we're quick to brush it off, say thank you, and move on. We get one negative comment, and we're triggered, man, for 1 hour. We're upset. Why did this person say this? How dare they? That's just how it works. We're so quick to focus on the negative. Now back on track to what I was saying. Once I figured out that people's opinions don't really matter, it basically allowed me to start living carefree in terms of other people's opinions. And I became more confident than ever. Did I become confident? Or did I just become more rational? And did I stop giving energy to something that really didn't matter? You can care, you cannot care, the outcome is gonna be the same. If a bus hits you, you're gonna die, period. If you get sick, you get sick. People's opinions on you are not gonna change that. So my answer to anyone asking me how to be confident is just put it in perspective. Put people's opinions on you in perspective. They're not relevant. They're not important. And that's exactly why people always tell you to talk and walk like you don't care. That's the first thing people say when they're trying to give you tips on how to be charismatic or how to be funny. Just make the joke without caring for the outcome. Do the action without caring how it'll be perceived. Walk up to the girl or to the guy, ask them out, not caring about the outcome. It's true, but it's a simplification because it doesn't make it clear how it works. The reason why you should try to not worry about the outcome is because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And that's exactly why people gravitate towards people who just do whatever they feel like doing, because they see something that they're jealous of. When you see someone walk into a bar and do something outlandish and attract a lot of attention to himself or herself, we all get that sting, like, look at this. You know, like, man, if you don't sit your ass down, why do we do that? Because they're doing something that we envy. They're doing something that we would love to be able to do. Not care. Human people's opinions are irrelevant. People are not gods. They are fickle animals with fickle emotions and opinions that change by the minute. So don't build your castle on that rock. Remember this: we all bleed the same blood. We all breathe the same air. None of us are making it out of here alive. Find liberation in the meaninglessness of life. Find liberation and just be yourself, like me. That's the video, guys. Please hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Wounded Viking. Check it out.